Okay, so hello and welcome to this video. My name's David Dawn and you're watching David's videos. Obviously this is a Borussia Dortmund video. Dortmund played Freiburg today in Freiburg. It was 2-2. Witsel scored an outstanding goal. Hakimi also scored another legendary goal. Unfortunately, it finished 2-2 towards the end. Such is life. That's how it is. That is how football is. You know, I just want to talk about a couple of things today. This is not a review about the game. This is just a kind of review about how the people are. You know, there's people like me. I just enjoy watching football and so on. I think it's fantastic. Borussia Dortmund's playing some awesome football currently. They're also playing some mediocre football and sometimes some shitty football. But that doesn't matter because it's about fun. Football is about fun and it's about supporting your team, about being behind your team regardless of how they do. And also football, the Bundesliga especially, league football, is a marathon and it's not a sprint. Winning one game 5-0 doesn't equate to anything. What you need to do is you need to be consistent throughout the whole season, because if you can be consistent, it means you've just got to be more consistent than other consistent teams in order to win. Other teams that win and lose and draw and lose and win and draw, they don't tend to come at the top because consistent teams stay at the top. And that's what Borussia Dortmund managed to do nearly all the time last season. And at the moment, they're not doing that bad to talk about consistency. Drawing these games is okay. They're still in the top 5 or 6, but the points at the moment are so close. It's give or take. One team can lose and then Borussia Dortmund can go up. So as long as they don't continue like this for the rest of the season, it'll be fine. Okay. There's also other people that all they've got to do is blame the manager. Lucien Favre is doing a great job. You know, he's taken a team that wasn't very good at all, had so many problems. He's rebuilt it in the first year, and the second year he's showing that he's taken all the qualities from all of these players, and they're still pretty much using the same formation, the same tactics, but all of the other teams, all they do now is research how to play against Borussia Dortmund and to know that when Jadon Sancho gets the ball, they put just 4 players on him and so on. And obviously with Hakimi now as well, as every time he gets the ball, they have to push him as hard as possible. I'm not a tactician, I'm not a football expert or anything like that. I just like watching Borussia Dortmund play. And that's it. If they lose, they lose. If they win, they win. It doesn't matter to me. I would like it that we get to watch the team bus come around Dortmund in the summer with a piece of silverware or something to show us. That'll be fantastic. You know, guys, if you can do that, then we can have a nice time in May. But if it doesn't happen, such is life. But Borussia Dortmund supporters, football supporters, should be behind their club in all situations, regardless whether they win, lose or draw. And that's every single game. And I know there are Borussia Dortmund supporters that follow Borussia Dortmund everywhere. No matter where they go, they're always behind them. And these are normally the ultras, which are fanatics. But there's still a huge majority of supporters out there. But there's also then these success supporters, glory supporters, the name in English. And glory supporters are only there when their team does well. You know, they will always criticise the manager. Every single time they lose, they'll criticise the manager to say, why didn't he put this player on? Why didn't he put that player on? Well, because he's got 25 players. He's got to play them all to make sure that they all keep in the team. And it can be that one player has a better strength against the other team and they fit better tactically against the other team because Borussia Dortmund does have people that are employed to analyse the other team and their tactics. And it can be that other players fit better, don't know, I'm just guessing now, but it can be another team is better against, can be is the key word here, better against that team. Or it can be this other team is better. It can also be that they thought, oh, well, wait a minute, maybe the other team gets tired after 60, 70 minutes, but we can last till 90 minutes. So as long as we can be a little bit attacking or whatever, and then at the end we'll be full on attack right at the end. I'm not a football expert, I just watch football. I just enjoy watching it. But there's people there doing this job for a living to analyse exactly how that is. And as far as I'm aware, the co-trainer, that's his sole job, is to analyse the games of the opponent, if I remember rightly, watching Borussia Dortmund inside. Anyway, I'm just getting really annoyed with all of these people always giving Lucien Favre a bad name and so on. But who else is going to do a better job than him, right? Who else is there that's around right now that's going to do a better job than he's doing right now? Because if I remember rightly, there were two other managers that couldn't do as good as he did that came. Thomas Tuchel went, and there were two other managers couldn't do anywhere near what Lucien Favre did straight away, and he's continued it all the time. Once again, I'm not an expert on football tactics, but what I do know is Lucien Favre is consistent, and he has always been consistent in the past season plus. And every single time you go to a game, you see the same qualities and you see the same mistakes as well. So it means that they do make the same mistakes, but maybe, and you also hear Lucien Favre always saying there are still things that we have to work on. It's a team, and if you've got injured players that need to be changed, and then you've got other players that may be having family problems, social problems. These guys are under huge amount of pressure with the social media, and they're all young as well. We've got like 19, 20-year-olds playing for Borussia Dortmund. These are children. You're expecting the children, 19, 20 years old. Yes, they're adults, but they've been playing. Jadon Sancho's been playing football, and he's probably never ever had like this adult, this normal life that everyone else has. He's been there with given great responsibility suddenly, going into a stadium expecting to do like magical stuff, which he can do. And Mario Götze has been also there from 16 years old doing magnificent things. Magnificent. Anyway, all I want to do is that if you're a Borussia Dortmund fan, and I'm sure you are positive about Borussia Dortmund, but if you're critiquing Lucien Favre, then I'm guessing you're not wearing one of these, or you're not a Borussia Dortmund fan. Stop criticising everything that Lucien Favre does. Why didn't you just go, let's wait to see how he is at the end of the season, and if he doesn't win it and we do come 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, that's when you start criticising him. Because I tell you what, sacking a manager halfway through, it doesn't help, right? Because answer me this one question: which other manager is going to come to Borussia Dortmund and take the club to win the league? Because at the moment he's got a job at Liverpool and he's not going to be coming back, right? And the other one's got a job at Paris Saint-Germain and he ain't going to be coming back. And all of the other best trainers have got jobs at Man City and so on. So maybe people should just learn to actually just wait to see how everything is until the end. And at the moment, there are also some fantastic other teams playing some great football. And how can you expect Borussia Dortmund? It's not like, Union Berlin, they did play well. So I'm not going to get into this. The whole point is that I'm sick and tired of these Lucien Favre haters, and always especially in Facebook groups that I'm in. All you hear is they're writing shit about him, and I think they just do it just to see how many comments they can get. But I don't want to say. Anyway, that's enough of my rant now. Let's look forward to the next game, and I'm positive that Lucien Favre is going to do all of the correct things that we need him to do. Might not be this year, might be next year, but we can only stay behind him, you know. Thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.